What if the foods you've been eating your entire life, foods you genuinely believed were healthy, have been quietly sabotaging every single weight loss effort you've ever made? Not junk food. Not midnight snacks. We're talking about everyday staples sitting in your kitchen right now. The truth is, carbohydrates are hiding in places most people never think to look, and until you know exactly which ones are working against you, no amount of exercise or calorie counting will get you the results you're after. Not all carbs are the enemy. Leafy greens, herbs, nuts, and seeds contain carbohydrates too, but these come packed with fiber and vitamins that actively support your health. The carbs we need to talk about are the refined, processed, sugar-loaded ones that flood your body with insulin and train it to store fat instead of burn it. Here are the ones to cut out, starting today. 1. Donuts. Deep fried, loaded with refined flour, sugar, and fat. The moment you eat one, insulin spikes dramatically, and your body shifts straight into fat storage mode. There is nothing nutritionally redeeming about a donut. If weight loss is your goal, these need to go completely. 2. Bread. Wholemeal, brown, white, seeded, it doesn't matter what the label says. All commercial bread is made from refined flour that disrupts your body's ability to absorb key vitamins, causes bloating, and consistently contributes to weight gain. The whole grain marketing is largely misleading. Your body processes it far more like sugar than like a vegetable. 3. Chinese buffet meat. Those glazed, sticky, sweet-coated meat dishes are almost always marinated in soy sauce and sugar-heavy coatings. Soy in this refined form acts as an anti-nutrient. It actively blocks your body from absorbing protein, iron, magnesium, and zinc. What looks like a protein-rich meal is quietly a carb, an anti-nutrient trap. 4. Fruit. Yes, fruit. The fructose in fruit, even natural fructose, acts as sugar in the body and prevents fat burning. Most fruits will push you over a strict daily carb limit before lunch. Small portions of berries are the one exception, being lower in sugar and higher in antioxidants. Everything else should be set aside until you reach your target weight. 5. Orange juice. A single glass contains as much sugar as a can of soda, sometimes more. The heating process during manufacturing destroys the vitamins, leaving behind flavored sugar water that raises blood sugar faster than almost anything else you can consume. It feels healthy. It isn't. 6. Pizza. The base alone is one of the highest concentrations of refined flour in any single meal. On top of that, most commercial pizza sauces contain high fructose corn syrup, directly linked to obesity, insulin resistance, and heart disease. There is no version of a standard pizza that supports weight loss. 7. Low-fat yogurt. One of the biggest traps in the supermarket. When manufacturers remove the fat, they replace it with sugar and refined carbohydrates to restore the flavor. You end up eating something that spikes blood sugar like a dessert. Stick exclusively to full-fat, unsweetened Greek yogurt. 8. Cereal bars. Marketed as the smart, convenient breakfast, but packed with sugar, refined grains, and cheap syrups. They cause a rapid blood sugar spike, followed by an inevitable crash, leaving you sluggish and hungry again within the hour. Starting your day with one sets your energy and cravings on a roller coaster for the rest of the day. 9. Potatoes. One of the most starch-dense foods in existence. A medium potato contains upwards of 35 grams of carbs with very little nutritional return. Whether boiled, mashed, or baked, potatoes will stall your progress. Swap them for cauliflower. It can be prepared almost identically with a fraction of the carbs. 10. Pies and pastry. All pastry, short crust, puff, phyllo, is built on a foundation of refined flour and starch. This combination spikes blood sugar, adds to your carb load, and contributes to inflammation. Whether savory or sweet, Pastry-based foods need to be eliminated entirely when weight loss is the goal. 11. Beer. A single can of beer contains around 13 grams of carbs. Beyond that, alcohol temporarily shuts down fat burning entirely while your liver works to process it. Every drink you have essentially presses pause on your fat loss. Even cutting back significantly will make a noticeable difference to your results. 12. Cookies and biscuits. Refined flour, sugar, and cheap vegetable oils, that's the core of virtually every cookie or biscuit ever made. They're small enough to underestimate, but 3 or 4 with a cup of tea can carry the carb load of a full meal. They offer almost no nutritional value and spike blood sugar every single time. 13. Beans. Beans do contain fiber and plant-based protein, genuinely beneficial nutrients, but they also carry a heavy carbohydrate load. A single cup of kidney beans contains around 40 grams of carbs, which can wipe out an entire day's allowance in one sitting. During active fat loss, they're best avoided. Reintroduce them carefully once you've hit your target. 14. Soda. Regular sodas flood the bloodstream with sugar almost immediately. But diet sodas are not the safe alternative people assume. Artificial sweeteners like aspartame trigger insulin responses, damage gut bacteria, and increase sweet cravings. There is no version of soda, regular or diet, that supports weight loss or good health. 15. Pasta. A standard portion of pasta has a glycemic index comparable to white bread. It raises blood sugar rapidly and dramatically. Even wholemeal pasta still carries a very high carbohydrate load. If you miss the texture, spiralis courgette or thinly sliced carrots carry sauces just as well with almost none of the carbs. 16. Rice. All varieties. A single cup of cooked white rice contains around 45 grams of carbs, more than double the daily allowance on a strict ketogenic diet. Brown rice is marginally better, but still far too high for anyone in active fat-burning mode. Cauliflower rice is the perfect swap. It absorbs flavor beautifully and contains almost no carbs now. Look at that list as a whole. These are not obscure foods. These are what most people eat every single day while wondering why the weight simply won't shift. The pattern connecting all of them is the same: refined grains, added sugars, and processed ingredients that overwhelm your body's ability to regulate blood sugar and insulin. Over time, that chronic overload becomes insulin resistance, which leads to persistent weight gain, fatigue, brain fog, and a dramatically higher risk of type 2 diabetes and heart disease. The fix is simpler than you think. Build your meals around leafy greens, quality proteins, healthy fats, herbs, and spices. Cut out the refined foods your body was never designed to process efficiently, and most people begin seeing real, visible changes within the first 2 weeks. Your body already knows how to burn fat. You just need to stop giving it reasons not to.